First of all, ain't nobody talking while I'm talking, so shut the f*** up.
Yo. It's the Shut Up and Color Podcast. I'm your host, Ashton Alexander.
And I'm your boy, Micah Sanford.
A.K.A. Uncle Ruckus' nephew.
Don't play with me, boy. Do not play.
All right. So we here, episode 1 of the Shut Up and Color Podcast. We thank y'all for listening. Thank you for coming here for your educational entertainment needs.
Hey, we all about being informed, not influenced. Again, thank you for tuning in.
All right. So episode one, we here talking about none other than the Corona scare.
Bum, bum, bum.
What is going on? With the Corona's everywhere, taking people by storm. It's jumping over water, crossing the air. It's down in the depths of Mississippi. It's all the way up in the slick slap slopes of Alpines. I don't know. It's everywhere.
Hey, what is going on though, man? Like, what's happening out here?
I mean, we got outrageous, crazy. It's a whole spectrum of things going on right now. We have people who don't know what's going on, who don't give a shit. And then we got people who are so far gone that they believe this is the apocalypse and the second coming of Jesus Christ. We got people who don't care about medicine. We got people who care about tissue paper. So it's a whole spectrum. The tissue paper bandits.
Let's talk about the tissue paper bandits right now. Like, let's talk about this buying craze.
Walking in, I'm walking into a store. I go to just pick up a roll of tissue paper.
No, it's not happening.
And there is no tissue paper to be found.
No tissue paper, no beans either.
No beans, no beans, no rice, but most importantly, no tissue paper. Now I ask myself, where the fuck is the tissue paper at? I asked an associate, do you have any more tissue paper, sir?
I do indeed. I have a few. I have a plethora of tissue papers in my trunk of my car right now.
This is outrageous that people have already consumed all the tissue paper like it's damn hot chocolate chip cookies. I don't understand where the shit's going. There's not enough shit in the world to use this tissue paper for, but it's none to be found. But at any rate, I mean, the world's coming to an end, right? Let's say the worst case scenario is the world comes to an end tomorrow, right?
Done.
Right. What the fuck are you gonna do with this tissue paper? Like, you can't even wipe your ass. I would take a shower before I buy $200 worth of tissue paper. Like,
I think that's a good exchange. You know, like, I think in the apocalypse, in the last days, I don't give a shit about my shit. Okay, no, I'm worried about living.
And no, okay, so I'm in no, true story. I'm in the store. I'm looking at a lady, and she's grabbing all the damn tissue paper.
All of it.
I say, ma'am, can I get some tissue paper? This female looks at me and says, I'm in survival mode.
No, she didn't.
I don't know what the fuck survival mode is and what's it got to do with tissue paper, but it's...
Did she try to stab you?
She did not try to stab me, but people have been stabbed.
That's the thing. Over water, over Clorox
people
wipes,
have been stabbed.
Over tissue paper. It's crazy out here.
I am thinking about making my own tissue paper.
And selling it?
I'm dead ass serious.
What is it going to be named?
Damn, on the spot, tissue paper name. Damn. Oh, it's going to be called One Wipe.
One Wipe.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that part of your unique proposition? Like...
I hope you wipe in the dark. One wipe.
One wipe.
Don't look at it. Just one wipe.
One wipe. Yeah, man. It's crazy. I was on Instagram. I saw a video of this woman, and she had a whole plethora. That's the word of the day. Plethora of children.
Plethora.
And she created a point system, and basically for every chore that her children's completed, they got 1 square of tissue paper. It's not a game.
1 square.
One square for each point.
Now, I would question her if it's like, now we talking about Charmin double quilted, like that good stuff, or we talking about that one single ply prisoner tissue paper? Because if it's that one ply tissue paper, that's child abuse. That's giving sandpaper to a child and telling him to just tear your ass up.
I don't know exactly the brand, but just from what I can remember, it definitely ain't look like no super Charmin Ultra Soft.
But okay, so say we're here, we're in the world. The world's coming to an end in the eyes of so many people. They got all this tissue paper. They cannot go anywhere. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
We're saying quarantine day 1. What are you doing?
Okay, so in my quarantine lifestyle, my day to day,
you need these things. You need these 3 things right now. Quarantine lifestyle, go.
3 things right on the spot. All right. Well, I need breakfast, man. Hold on. So 3 things go quarantine lifestyle. Your ass need I need breakfast.
So you're just gonna talk about a whole plethora of things. I'm saying you gonna have 3 things.
3 items.
3 items,
oh, okay,
not a whole damn.
Okay, not a whole schedule. Okay.
God, I need breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What?
You got it.
Oh, damn. Okay.
3 things. 3 items. I need fire. So either a fire source.
Okay, about to say now.
Yeah,
give me fire.
Give me a little lighter torch.
Okay, lighter torch.
I need a Swiss Army knife.
A Swiss Army knife. Okay.
Yeah, I just feel like that's multiple use.
The 32 uses.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, that's gonna have my knives, all my utensils, all I need.
Oh, my knives. All right.
You know it. And then third thing, apocalypse or just quarantine lifestyle?
Quarantine lifestyle, no apocalypse. There's no case, there's nothing, no zombies coming, just apocalypse, none of that shit. We talking about just
wasted
quarantine.
Like 2 of my items. I'm quarantined. I'm in my house.
You definitely did. I didn't say shit, but I was like, this nigga.
I'm not in the wilderness.
He's got knives, but okay.
Shit, damn.
You're not in the wilderness. You quarantine inside your house that you have paid for and everything is good to go inside. But you need
hold on.
Knife,
all right, I'm returning those 2 items.
No,
to the quarantine lifestyle mark.
Okay.
All right. I'm starting over. Bruh, give me. Do I have internet? Is this included?
Everything is good to go.
All my amenities. Do I have my main entrees of food?
Yeah, sure.
All right, bro. Give me a pound of Mary Jane. You know, for when times get boring after I get sober. Give me a laptop since I got Wi-Fi.
Okay.
And
Pornhub. Shout out to Pornhub.
I ain't say all that, but I'm not going to confirm nor deny. And then third thing, give me am I with my girl? Am I by myself? All right, okay. With my girl, then just give me some books. You know what I'm saying? Without my girl, give me a gallon of lube, man.
A gallon of okay. So
I don't know how long we quarantine.
Let me go backwards now. You said a gallon of lube, a laptop, and what?
And
what was your first one?
What was my first one?
Oh shit, man.
Laptop, a gallon of lube. I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah, I don't know what you said, bro.
Me neither. So just give me my lube, my laptop, and some books, man.
That's what you said.
Those are only 3 things.
Okay. No. Okay.
What about you, man?
Jeez, everything's good to go in my crib. I would go with a cell phone.
I said a pound of weed.
You did say a pound of weed because your brain cells are so fried right now that you don't remember what you said.
Neither do you.
Remember, kids, drugs are not good for you.
Not at all. I don't condole.
I don't condole. Okay. Anyway, condone. Anyway, let's see. I'll take a cell phone. Oh no, the cell towers might be all jacked up after a certain period of time.
That might be true.
Whatever. I'm going with a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case. Damn. This is some real shit, man. Can I have a car?
Okay.
I need a car too.
You get a car.
I need a car. I need a cell phone, and I'm gonna need a trunk full of gas though.
So you just got a trunk of gas. That sounds so dangerous.
No. I got a trunk full of gas.
Mm-hmm.
I got a car, and I got a cell phone. Because at any point in time, like I'm pretty sure I got food in my house at this point. But if I gotta go get some food or I gotta get out of this damn
You're not
area,
getting on the subway.
I'm not. No.
You're not getting on the bus.
Corona.
You ain't getting no Uber.
Listen, man, Corona's everywhere. She's everywhere.
She's lurking.
Okay? She's like, who's that jumping on your window? Hey, that's me, Corona. Like Corona is like the Dora the Explorer for the new age. Like
Corona Nita.
Yeah, like I'm not fucking with that bitch. Did it Corona. Did Corona. Corona. The Explorer. Why is she all in my neighborhood though?
Why is she?
Boots and Corona.
Have you seen any more people to get infected?
So let's see. What have you seen though out here? So living out here, we both live in New York City. What have you seen on the streets of New York City that would make you be like, whoa, this shit's real?
I mean, so I'm not gonna lie. The other day, it was a little late. I decided to take a bike ride, which I don't necessarily suggest, especially people stay safe, stay quarantined. But I decided to take a bike ride. One of my boys, I think mental health is very important. So that is my justification for, going outside, experiencing nature, which I have noticed that the air is smelling and feeling a lot different since this thing has been.
It was in a bad way?
No, in an amazing way. Like I stepped outside the other day and I was like, like why do
probably less cars on the road, probably less people moving around.
CO2 emissions, everything.
That's a real thing.
But I took a stroll. It was a little late and I was like, man, let's go down to Times Square. We went down to Times Square. Desolate. It was pretty cool to be able to be in the middle of Times Square when it was like not 1,001 people there.
No one around.
Just officers. They had officers left and right, but
damn.
Besides them,
officers aren't people.
I mean, that's a whole conversation for another topic.
Episode 25. Are officers people? All right.
But yeah, man. So to see the New York City, like tourist attractions, the main things that this major city, a city with 8 million people in, and to see these like landmarks desolate, that's
the crazy part though. Like I didn't even like really think that, like, can you fathom 8 million people just living in one place?
Scary, bro. Terrifying.
And then to be a part of a pandemic where they're just like on top of each other, and if you're like too close to somebody, you could get it or you could give it to somebody. Like that shit is bananas to think. Like if you don't have it, like how do you not have it? Like you're probably you're the golden child. How do you not have it at this point?
Yeah.
Like living in such a major city with such, like, everybody has to maneuver around each other to get places. Like you got to use the subway, you got to use the bus.
You said it.
Like you're not walking 5 miles from 125th Street all the way to damn, the bottom of Manhattan. Like that's crazy. Oh, another part that I think is even crazier that no one is even discussing is like, what are we doing with the homeless population in New York City when it comes to the coronavirus? Like I hear a lot of people talk about athletes getting it and movie stars and podcast superstars like myself, but I mean I don't have it or anything like that. But I'm saying,
I don't know. You just put yourself in that
category
of infected.
Yeah, hold on. What the hell are you doing? No, but I'm saying like seriously though, like what are we doing for those individuals who could have it, possibly have it? Like, are we going to consider that just like, are we considering them like, hey, whatever, it is what it is? Because they don't have any health insurance, they have no way to pay for like anything. So like if they show up to a hospital, hey, I feel a little sick, are they getting turned away? Are they getting put in the bed? Are they getting tested?
I want to say, I think homeless people do still get like health, like they don't get turned away.
No, but I'm saying like I get the what is it, the Hippocratic oath, like must help all people no matter who they are and no matter what they look. What I get that, but I'm saying like at this point in time in history, like when I'm not going to sit here and play like the world is all sunshine and rainbows, where everybody gets a fair shake. So I'm saying if I got 35, 40 homeless people knocking at my door and they can't pay for this treatment or the treatment that is supposedly that may come in the future, like what do we do to this population of people?
Bro, that's an amazing question. I don't know, because already just right now, not even considering the homeless population of people that have it, our health system is being strained right now.
Crazy, right?
That's the reason why like the mayor and all different types of people are trying to put in curfews, right? Like they're trying to lower like people just getting hurt or just the BS.
Yeah.
Because we can't really afford for people to be showing up to the hospital with unnecessary injuries.
For sure. But and then so you think about that, then you think about these like even the I would call them the at-risk population. So I'm thinking about the individuals who like older people, which obviously we'll touch on that in a second. But not even the older people or the babies. I'm thinking like, what about the at-risk population? I'm talking people who don't have the financial means, who aren't necessarily unhealthy or anything like that. They just, they live in the projects or they live at, lower income homes and stuff like that. Now they are in the same situation where they are on top of each other.
Right.
Huge amounts of people. They get sick. Someone else gets sick. And even the research that we were looking at and discussing before the show even started, like Corona spreading, 3 to 1 opposed to 1 to 1. Like I'm in these inner city places, and this whole building gets sick. Like, who is going to be there to like cure those people? They're not going to be able to pay for those. Like this test, I heard the test is like $300 for a test, right? Like
I saw something about $3,000 for a test, but I think that was false information. Yeah,
I heard 300.
I was saying 3,000. That was like a thing on the internet, but I know that was fake news. Like I remember seeing an article about the fake news being spread about the expensiveness of this.
Hashtag never use fake news. But anyway, I will never give that man any credit. No, I'm just playing. There's tons of fake news that is like being
circulating around everything.
Right. Like if it was first, it was like you could only get it if you touch somebody who had it. And then it was you can only get it if someone sneezes in the area. And then it was like, oh, you don't need a mask. And you do need a mask. And it can stay in the air for 3 hours. It's only stays on surfaces. It's an old person's disease, or it's an old person's virus. It affects the young. Like, I don't think they know enough about it to even be giving out information so readily. Like they just like spewing it out. Like if they hear something, they putting it out. And that's why I feel like people just have to be way more like better informed or just educated. So like what is it? Denzel said like if you watch the news, you're ill informed, and if you don't watch it, you're like misinformed. Like like if you watch it, they're not gonna tell you the truth. And if you don't watch it, you don't know. So it's like
for sure
catch-22.
And I think a lot of people, the majority of people around the world get a lot of their relevant news from news channels,
right,
and
that have ratings,
that have ratings, and their main goal is to beat people to the punch.
Right.
Get it out as fast as possible. If it's some errors, we'll change it as we go.
Right.
But let's just be the first ones to get it out. So what happens is that's when you start to see a lot of those contradicting things, or like they start switching up. Like for example, a lot of people were just saying coronavirus. They was throwing that word around. Right now, you might notice like now they're calling it COVID-19. Right. Like,
right.
And I think we should clear that up for the people, because that right there is just
okay.
Blur line. So I guess the question is, what is a coronavirus, or the coronavirus? I think it's more important to say a coronavirus.
Okay.
So I got a little information for y'all.
Get the people information, Mike. Come on, break it down for them.
So, all right. So I looked it up in the dictionary. All right. So according to Oxford Dictionary, a coronavirus is just any group of RNA viruses that cause a variety of diseases in humans and other animals. So.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. Like, even though, so like Webster Dictionary, so coronavirus is in the dictionary.
Yes, it's a medical. Yes, in the medical dictionary.
Right. Okay. So like that's already some misinformation that's being spread. Like they make it seem like this is like some unheard of thing that just popped out of like the middle of China and is now running the world rampant, when we have clearly had like a terminology used for what is going on right now. But the pandemic is what is like, spreading that coronavirus that is now the COVID-19 that we are calling
exactly it. And I think the most important thing to like really like focus in on is, so like they started just calling it the coronavirus, but it was a main word that they were missing in that phrase.
Which
so
was?
what the newscasters are reporting is the coronavirus disease.
Right. Okay.
That is like everything that you have heard from this point on about the coronavirus. They are describing the coronavirus disease, right?
Right.
So like they're not just talking about like what it is. They're describing the disease. That's what we are worried about, the disease.
Right.
And so like what is the corona disease 2019? Or some people might know it as COVID-19. It's basically just a respiratory illness that can spread from person to person. Like that's the most simplest definition I can give you.
Okay.
If somebody was to ask me, what is the coronavirus? I'm going to say, first of all, the coronavirus disease is disease. You know, a lot of emphasis on disease.
Right.
Is a respiratory illness that is transferred from person to person.
Right. Now, another thing that I think that, so I watched a little bit of Fox News. I watched some CNN. I watched some NBC. What is it called? Yeah. So I watched a little of those news networks just to see like what is the difference. So like if you watch Fox News will like give you straight like horror film. Like you watch Fox News and you would think like the coronavirus is like straight out of like some like, I don't even know, like a novel about coronavirus part 2. Like it's crazy. Then you watch CNN and it's still like a little, you know, questionable with the information that be like how it's being delivered. And MSNBC, it's a little less like sinister, but I think that the way they're delivering this information, they're leaving out like they're leaving out this silver lining. Like so like if we say 80,000 people have recovered, like they're not even like I'm seeing that stuff from like the CDC or other organizations that are doing studies or research on it. Like I've not yet heard one news outlet say 80,000 people have recovered from the coronavirus, or of the people who have contracted this disease, you know, the ones that have died, 95% of them are in the age range 65 and above or 70 and above. Like they are leaving out key information that could like soften the blow of what's going on right now and bring down the anxiety of the people. And I think that's like the crazy part, because I know they are reaching for those ratings. They want those, they need people to click in like, hey, tomorrow on Fox News will tell you how the coronavirus can save you if you are not already dead. Like, damn, like I gotta tune in now because I don't want to die.
Right.
You know, or, you know what I'm saying? So it's like really crazy how the media is like framing everything. So either we are going to have mass hysteria, have people scared into like buying Charmin tissue paper till there is no more left, or like I also understand not playing it so simply as like it's nothing going on, because I know they don't want people to be like, fuck it, it's not no big deal. I'm gonna go still play shoot. I'm still gonna shoot ball. I'm gonna run my 5-on-5 at the YMCA with everybody, because you know it's not that big a deal. But obviously it's a big deal. But I think they has to find a fine line between be safe and understand what's going on and don't be an idiot.
And I think we see a lot of this conflict, specifically in America right now, because of what our higher ups are saying, like our politicians are, our president.
Yeah, dumb. You know, Dom. The boy Dom, bro. He's out here bugging, man. The golden wonder Don. You know what I'm saying? DT is bugging. Like
DT, that's his name from now on.
DT is bugging. I'm tell you why DT is bugging, because I watch his press conferences and I've seen him speak on the coronavirus, and he like, so either there's two DTs, bro. You got the DT that is like super right wing rally, like get your boys, get your shotguns. I'm ready to go. I love this man. You got that DT, and then you got the damn tranquilized animal that's reading from the script, you know.
So you got two versions of DT, which is two versions of Donald Trump, right?
Yeah, two Donald Trump.
We don't call him by his own name. We just call him DT. For sure.
You got that rally Donald Trump that gets all those like
get everybody going.
It's like the people who you don't want to get going, right? And then you got the reading from the script.
I'm drugged up.
I'm drugged up. Like, hey, listen, Donald, if you fuck this up, it's gonna be a problem. And he's like, oh, okay. Let me just read what you want me to read.
Right.
The coronavirus is. I'm like, oh shit, this ain't even the real Donald Trump. Who gave him this spiel to say? And he's never like he has the biggest platform in America with the most power, I'll say, to persuade and to like assure the people like we're good, we're gonna make it through this. And he never says that shit. Like, as soon as that, like, I'm President DT, right? If that shit coronavirus gets on a fucking boat and lands in America, hops off, I'm a tourist, I'm about to infect all y'all, right? If that comes over here, I know it, I'm the president. The first thing I'm saying, I get on the teleprompter is, yo, listen, some real shit just happened. Corona's here.
She's here.
She was not invited.
She wasn't invited.
We're currently trying to find a way to get her out, but I need everybody to understand that it's going to be a little bit of time before we do. Now, within that time, I need you guys to be safe, limit your contact with people, but just know, just like everything that we have been through before as Americans, we will make it through this. All right? I'm going to hold y'all down at the top. Just make sure y'all hold me down here. Let's not spread that shit. Let's keep it real. Like, I understand you live with your family and they could be sick too or whatever like that. But if you have a elderly person in your family, probably, like, I don't want to say quarantine them, but try and limit your exposure to those individuals. You got a newborn baby, anything like that, just try and limit exposure to that person. Just, mother baby type vibe. But for the most part, we got the best, the smartest, the brightest people in the world on our soil working on this. We're gonna make it through this. All right.
But we need you.
But we need you. I need you more. Like, I need you to wash your hands
and stay 6 feet away from everybody.
But just know that we got this. He gets on the fucking teleprompter, is like, hey, Donald Trump, what is going to be done about the people who can't get the services to get tested? It is what it is. This motherfucker said it is what it is. Like, they like,
it is what it is.
They said, you got to respect him for that. Like, for what? It is what it is, bro. You know what it is. They got money, you don't. Like, that's some cold-blooded shit to say, D.
Cold-blooded.
And I get it. I'm not a rich hater. Me, myself, I would love to be rich. I strive to be rich. So I never try to, like, downplay the rich and point fingers and be like, I fucking hate the rich people. I'll never do that. But at the same time,
there are some cold-blooded rich people out there.
There's some cold-blooded rich people, and we have to bring light to situations like this. Like, I understand you walk into a restaurant and you eat first because you got money and they know you got money. I've been sitting for my reservation for an hour, but you here now. Like, I can deal with that shit. Like, damn, that's kind of fucked up, but I can deal with it.
Right.
We may die because we don't get this test, but you gonna get yours because you got money. Like, that's the shit where it's like,
I don't know,
Bill. So,
but man, I think that's America though. I think people have to remember America has always been a low ball capitalistic society.
Talk to him right now. Talk to him. Damn, you preaching, boy. You preaching.
Listen, there are a lot of different capitalistic societies out there in the world, different cultures, but America specifically, I hope y'all with me, is a low ball capitalistic society.
So go ahead and write that down. Low ball capitalistic society.
You know what I mean? And if you are wondering what it means to be low ball, it means that anything is necessary, at any means, whatever. Slavery, okay. Break the backs on others, sure. Like, whatever we got to do to get it done for our own personal interest and gain, we gonna do it.
And I mean, at the heart of most animals, I feel like that is a very common, like, ideology and a way to like move through the world. But damn it, we ain't we are animals, but we are not that though. Like, you know what I'm saying? We put ourselves in a place where we can determine and we can decipher, like, all right, shit, like, this is better for the proliferation of the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is better for all of us if we can work together. But this whole me, that's just gotta go. But
exactly.
This is not to, like, slow down the process of what we're talking about right now. But so say you're here, you're trapped up, You're locked away. I want to lighten the mood for a second. What's some shit that you watching, Micah?
Right now, what am I watching?
Quarantine day 14. What are you binge watching?
During my quarantine lifestyle, what have I been watching? Oh, I'm watching the show The Witcher on Netflix.
Okay. Fuck The Witcher.
Why? I thought it was pretty cool. I'm on, like episode 3.
We've already talked about this. I said fuck Superman and anybody who wants to play him because I don't fuck with Superman.
So you talking about the actor?
I'm talking about the Man of Steel himself.
Superman.
Bitch nigga Superman.
You got to break it down for the people.
Superman is the only superhero I know personally that can move fast enough to reverse time. He is faster than a speeding bullet, but still gets hit by regular ass people. Like, that shit don't make no sense. His alter ego is a weak ass human. Like, Superman is not his disguise. That's who he is. His disguise to fit in is to be a regular ass, weak ass human being. That's disrespectful. I don't fuck with you, Superman. And I don't like your raggedy ass little curlicue in the front. That shit's ugly.
Why are you hating on his hair?
A hater will find anything to hate on. Okay? I'm hating on him. And he ain't even no good journalist. Raggedy ass.
So
name one thing.
So it's not the show The Witcher that you hate on. You hating on the actor. What's his name? Henry Cavill or something like that?
Okay. Let me ask you this. Okay, have you seen Superman the movie?
Which one? Yes,
the one he was acting in.
Yes.
Okay, have you seen Superman Returns?
Yes.
Okay, all them shits was trash.
Okay.
Trash. Okay, how the hell did Batman beat the shit out of his name? Okay, regular ass Bruce Wayne got money, beat your ass. Not fucking with you.
Okay.
No more.
So, but other than that, you've seen it though.
I've definitely seen The Witcher. Okay, how about this? I'll say this. From what I've seen, if you are into like that type of like medieval, mysterious, mystical type power type stuff, like you would love The Witcher. The Witcher is definitely well made. Like, I definitely like it. All jokes aside, I mean, I would say this is a good show. I just never had time to finish watching. I watched like 2 episodes and then I didn't get back into it. It just didn't draw me in. Like, I didn't get like captivated. You know, outside of me hating Superman, but I really didn't get captivated into that shit.
Got you. What are you watching?
So Altered Carbon is one of my like favorites. They just got season 2 just came out. On
Netflix, right?
On Netflix. Shouts out Netflix. But yeah, so if you are into like sci-fi, futuristic, world type stuff, then I think that you would really like Altered Carbon. It's about a guy who is like, he's from the past or whatnot. He committed some crimes, and his whole likeness and brain and stuff got downloaded into like these chips that are placed in the back of your neck, and he's sentenced, and that's how they store you away. Like, your prison sentence is like storing who you are away, and when you come back, they just put you into a new body. Somebody brought him back to solve a crime because he had the skill set to find the person who killed him. So they put him inside a new body, and he set him off to the world to find the criminal who is like a criminal finding a criminal. But yeah, pretty dope. Season 2 is out right now. You can go check it out on Netflix on your Netflix account. This is not a shouts out to Netflix or sponsorship from Netflix, but you know, whatever. Any anime? I know you're really big into anime. We're really big into anime. So any anime you're watching right now?
Actually, yeah, I've been just I just had stumbled across the anime called Kill La Kill. Okay, it's on Netflix. It's basically about a Japanese student who her father was killed.
Okay,
because he invented like a weapon,
right?
And she's basically trying to like redeem her father's death. So she's currently like going up against the school council. She's fighting against the school council to kind of like get to this school president chick or whatever, because I guess she's involved with the death. So it's a cool little show. I mean, I would suggest it. It may be for you, it may not, but I just stumbled across it, something that I'm watching right now.
Okay, all right.
It's all right.
In the anime world, I'm gonna keep saying this. I'm gonna say it again, and you already know I'm gonna say it, and no one's gonna listen to me, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Blood of an Orphan. Don't you make that? Don't make that face. No, Blood of an Orphan is an amazing anime.
Gundam.
Okay, Gundam. I don't know if people don't like Gundam suits anymore.
They might not know what you talking about.
Okay, Gundam.
Brotherhood. Come on, man.
Gundam, Blood of an Orphan is amazing. Amazing music and animation. Like the animation is just crazy. It's beautiful. Sheesh, damn, it's art, and I don't even say that a lot. So there's that. All
right, man. So we got what we watching. I'm curious to see what some of y'all watching out here during this quarantine lifestyle. But let's get back to it, man. Let's get back to the coronavirus disease.
Damn, that was like a pit stop at what you watching shit. But now we back on the highway of Corona.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so
like,
shit.
Because I'm over here thinking like, wait, why do I have so much time to watch all these shows?
Oh yeah, that's right. You got Corona.
No, you got Corona.
No, nigga, shut your ass up. No,
right.
you possibly could have Corona, or you quarantined, or you whatever. So,
yeah.
But why are we quarantined because of the Corona?
When and where?
Okay,
that's the question. When and where did this COVID-19 start?
So around December, right? That's
December.
That's the point that we're going to benchmark. We'll say December.
Okay, December of 2019. So
yeah.
I'm under the impression that the 19 behind COVID is representative of the year 2019.
Right, correct. Okay.
I know some people were thinking that was the type of strand of
like
coronavirus.
This is the 19th one, like,
but that
misinformed.
The number is the year that it came out.
COVID-19. Yeah. So was it the Wuhan province in China? They were having these wet markets. There were wet markets where they were. So China had like a famine problem or an issue where they were having problems feeding their they're less financially secure individuals, and in that time frame, the people decided that they were going to start hunting and raising their own livestock. So within that, they set up their own little markets all around the Wuhan province, and so they would capture these animals and they would bring them to this wet market, and they would sell them. So within that, they were capturing all these wild animals from all over the world, or not all over the world, all over China, and they were bringing all these exotic animals in with all these, but when come exotic animals comes different, diseases, different, sicknesses and stuff like that. And they were all being housed in these little one areas. So a wet market is a place where you can go pick out an animal that you want, have it slaughtered, cleaned, and, cooked at that same place. Right. So in these wet markets, they were doing that same thing. They were getting these wild animals. They were picking them out, and having them slaughtered and eating them. But the thing was that these animals were like either sickly, they weren't kept well. They were in cages. They were on top of each other. So now you have like 4 or 5 cages, and you have, say you have bats at the top. You have, let's say, I don't know, snakes in the middle. You got some chickens. You got all types of animals in these cages, and they're stacked on top of each other. And now these bats are pooping, making these other animals sick. This stuff is dropping down, and animals are trying to get out. They get cut. The sickness gets in, like the infection gets into their skin. Now they're sick. Their fecal matter and urine is dropping down on other animals, and now you got this hodgepodge of just sickness, just running rampant in these wet markets, and these people just killing these animals and pretty much just eating them, right? So after that, they're eating them and they're traveling, right? So you eat, travel, spread, right? So you don't really need to like have eaten any of these animals or anything like that, obviously, because it's here in the U.S., it's in Italy, it's all over the world, Africa, everywhere. So that's how it spread. That's how it spread in China. And China did this horrible job of not letting the rest of the world know that this thing, which is now known as COVID-19, is running rampant in their own country for whatever reason. I don't know, pride or
it. That do not surprise me whatsoever. Only because of the culture,
Yeah.
China. I mean, they built the Great Wall of China,
right?
So they could be secluded from the rest of the world.
Makes sense.
They're the type of people they want to figure it out on their own. They didn't. Now, I don't know how they would have responded if they knew it would have came to this point, that they would have like allowed a pandemic to spread because of this secretiveness. I don't know.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know if they And I'm definitely not saying anything about like the Chinese people when I say this or not. I don't know. I don't know if they would have said anything or swept it under the rug. It's like, hey, if you don't know what came from here, then you don't know what came. I don't know. I don't want to be that person that says, you know, they're wrong for this. You know, I think it's kind of crazy how people that presumably look Asian are getting all types of like dirty looks and stuff on the train. Like I have a friend who is Chinese, and he says he don't even feel comfortable walking in the streets anymore because people just like look at him, or he gets on trains and stuff like that, and people like kind of slide away or whatever like that, which is, I mean, ignorance to the fullest measure.
To the fullest.
That they would even think that just because someone's looks and appearance would be like an indication of their health and wellness is beyond me. But like that's a clash. It's a clash of two cultures. And it's showing his face.
It is, and it's one of those weird things where, like, who's to say that we wouldn't have taken the same like measures in that situation? Like, when, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. I don't know. Only I'll let you finish your thought. But I don't know, because America is so loosey goosey with this social media that like,
okay, if you got a point.
If one person had got something that was like spreading like that, like, we would have been making a TikTok about somebody with something. It'd have been on Instagram.
Okay.
Twitter would have been blowing up. Like, China is so inclusive, like so closed in.
It's
like
so regulated by the government.
Yeah, the government runs everything. So, you know, you on what's WeChat? Is that what it is? You on WeChat and you say something about Corona, they probably like snapping phones in half and like deleting pages, and
that could be true.
I bet China, they probably had the power to like, you know, we like that stuff on the internet forever. They probably got the power to fucking delete stuff off the internet. You know, the way they got stuff going on.
Definitely.
Like that's crazy. Like
they got I forgot the name of it.
Shit. All right, how about this right here? Trick question.
What?
Would you trade DT for Corona?
I mean, we all got the shit anyway. Why not, man?
Hell no. I'm rolling with my boy DT. I'm not taking that jet.
Whoa.
Okay. So let's think about it. So real talk. What are, like, have we even got to like the long term effects of coronavirus? We don't even know what the fuck the long term. We don't know what the long term effects are.
Probably all the long term symptoms that you gonna hear, all the information that you gonna hear from it is coming from people observing the patients who recovered from it in China.
Right, which is like, so that information is limited. Like
that's limited. Like, you know, December, like what? It's the third month of this year. So, 5 months. That's assuming that the people who like were part of that initial group that first got it are still alive. Like, who knows?
Yeah, right.
Like, who knows?
Well, I mean, our studies that we have here, I mean, I guess, like I said, people are recovering and they are returning to regular life. But that's another thing I would have a question about too, though. So let's say we have people who are recovering, who have it, recovered, and don't know that they had it. Like, they're still running around, you know, acting as if they could have caught it again, right? Because they don't know they had it in the first place.
Okay, so let me understand it. So you hanging out, you caught the coronavirus. Yeah. You were asymptomatic, right? So which means that you don't show any symptoms. So like some of the NBA players have shown this, right?
Right.
And you have it. You've had it for like 2 weeks now.
Right. You feel a little shitty, but you like, damn, what do I?
No, or not at all.
Or not.
You don't feel nothing.
Or not, because you're a healthy ass individual. You got amazing immune system. You drink a lot of orange juice, and your vitamin C levels are like, you know, through the roof. You don't have scurvy either. So you lived through it, right? And now you didn't know that you lived through it, and you're still operating like you could get it for the first time. And now you're buying all the tissue paper.
And now you're stabbing people over the tissue paper, but you already had it. You're infecting people.
You're stabbing people in the Target parking lot for tissue paper and Clorox wipes.
Oh no, that's definitely a thing that's happening right now.
I don't want to bring this shit back, but what's up with the fucking tissue paper? I'm still haven't got to the bottom of this. The tissue paper, Bill.
What is the tissue paper? Is that the news?
What?
Did the news say something about there's a limited supply on tissue paper? Make sure you're stocked up, people. Like, what? Where did that start? Like, how did that get into the ether of like the thinking process?
I have no idea. It's monkey see, monkey do. I swear,
it gotta be right.
Because like even like with all the information I've collected so far, like these supermarkets and these like these essential places are not running. They're not on short supply of anything. They're just having like a hard time now, like packing trucks and sending them out to all these locations. Like they have the supply to sustain the people. It's just that people are buying at such an alarming rates that they have to like send double the trucks. And now you don't have the manpower to unpack those trucks and load those shelves. Then like we can't send all that stuff. So like people are like, we're running low. Like, no, we're not running low. It's just you're buying too much, and you got your whole.
We don't got nobody to. We don't got Jack on the double shift to.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because Jack think he could get coronavirus, so he ain't working no double. You know, so yeah,
it's crazy, man, and it's a lot going on with the coronavirus, man.
Yeah. Coronavirus is running rapid, but yeah.
But listen, these are the things that we as Shut Up and Color have for you.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
We ain't no doctors. We're not doctors. We're not lawyers. You know, this is just our. We took some time and did a little research. We dug a little deeper. We peeled the onion back, so to speak, a couple more layers, just to see what we could find. I mean, I suggest that you don't take our word for it and you do your own research as well.
Yeah, and just to go off of that, basically, I suggest reading. You know, like. The news, people can tell you anything, they can get it wrong. I would suggest the most reliable source for America right now is just the CDC.
Right, CDC. And
then you can find them on www.cdc.gov. So they have a health sheet and a coronavirus fact sheet that you can read all the information about it.
Symptoms and all.
All the symptoms, what to do if you think you have it. Also, you may or may not have heard of the things that you can do to prevent it and prevent the spread. And those things are washing your hands, avoiding close contact with people. What's the measurement of space to keep from people? Distance?
I mean, I keep hearing 6 feet.
6 feet. Let's go with 6 feet.
I haven't seen anything that would put that back out there and like
let's go with 6 feet. That sounds good, because social distancing, if you don't know what that is, that's basically like keeping that 6 feet distance away from people. Washing your hands, not touching your face. Don't touch other people's face.
And when you washing your hands, you're clean, you took a shower, you washed your hands, you haven't touched anything, you're good to go. Like, I think you're good to go, right? Like, I see people wash their hands, put gloves on, then take a spoon, rinse their spoon off, and then they start eating their food. Like there still needs to be like some like normality to like your life. Like don't be washing your hands in your house 1,000 times and then like be afraid to eat your food now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like still like, so I think there's 3 things really though that I have seen from doctors that they say that are not saying the 3 things that you can do that I heard from doctors, but your immune system can be affected by a couple things, right? Eating abundance of sugar can lower your immune system.
Okay.
And the number one thing that can ruin your immune system that I think people are not aware of is stress. Right? So if you are watching the news and you're reading all this stuff about how people are dying left and right from the coronavirus, you're stressing yourself out and you are lowering your immune system and you're now increasing your chances of getting the coronavirus. Like you could fight that shit off as it's coming, or you could be stressed the hell out and be weakened and then get that shit. So I'm saying stop stressing, be more educated, and like just live, because at the end of the day, like I'm not gonna be cynical. It is what it is, but you know, to quote DT, it is what it is.
I mean that's a fact, y'all.
Right. So like we said, this is the Shut Up and Color podcast. I'm Ashton Alexander,
and I am Micah Sanford.
You can find me at ashton.alexander. That's RE for y'all that don't know how to spell.
And you can find me at micah.sanford.
All right, boys, we out.
Shut Up and Color.
Shut the fuck up. I'm sick of this shit.